Cari Champion is a broadcast journalist and TV personality based in Los Angeles. She has hosted everything from ESPN SportsCenter Coast to Coast to her popular ESPNW podcast, Be Honest with Cari Champion. In addition to her work at ESPN, Cari is the co-host of NBC's reality competition series, The Titan Games, created and presented by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Champion is a proud UCLA Bruin who empowers worldwide audiences by offering her unique perspective on women in the male-dominated world of sports, race and ethnicity in sports media, and how to overcome personal and professional adversity. But today, Cari Champion is here to be honest with the California Black Collegiate class of 2020 because you deserve.
That was amazing. First of all, Amber has me pumped. And I like to say congratulations to the class of 2020. Last year, I had the honor of speaking to the UCLA graduates, the African graduates, and it was beautiful. And I am here again today. I find myself speaking on behalf of all of you. You deserve it, the class of 2020. And I have to be honest with you, I'm very well aware of the fact that this is a year unlike any other. So when Keja asked me to do it, I was more than happy to be here because I really think it's important for us to acknowledge 2020. For so long, people have thought this has been a horrible year, starting out with Kobe Bryant's death, right, in January. It seemed, what is going on? And you felt the loss globally. And then we have the pandemic, and now we find ourselves in a movement. And for so long, I was saying, as many of you have heard, 2020, I'm good with 2020. I'm over 2020, if you will. I could fast forward past 2020, but I started to rethink my approach towards 2020. And I must be honest with you and tell you that 2020 means so many different things, right? 2020 perfect vision, and hindsight 2020, you hear these sayings. But 2020 demands more of us and demands more of you. We see the world clearly in 2020. It's not by accident that you find a movement happening where our Black voices must be heard and we are now seen. It is on purpose, it is intentional, and I need you to cease and grab and understand this moment and understand what you all have in this moment. I feel like you guys are chosen, and I hope you really believe that. I feel like you guys are chosen. And I'm speaking to my sisters and my brothers, but specifically to my Black women in the struggle. I work in a world where I'm always one of a few, if not just a few Black people. I'm the few as in terms of women. And I know that it's so hard for us to take charge in a lot of instances because we feel like we're doing it by ourselves, but the onus is on us. And yes, our brothers and sisters in the struggle, but the onus is on us. Because we are the mothers. We hold on to everything. We build everything. Everything comes from us. I hope you feel that and I hope you understand it. And it's not an accident. Again, it is on purpose. And I say to you right now, as you guys get ready to go into the world, and some people feel like, I got to have a job. I got to have this. I have to have that lined up. I must do this. I must do that. I want to tell y'all, when I graduated, I was working at a kiosk. When I graduated from UCLA, I was working at a kiosk in the mall, and I had every intention of being who I wanted to be, but I was working at a kiosk in a mall, and I knew that it would take time for me to get to my vision and to my dream, and ultimately to find my voice and to share it with the world. I want you all not to be discouraged if you don't have a job. I want you all to really, really please understand this is your time. This is a time to create more jobs. This is a time to create more opportunities. This is a time to put yourself in a situation where everyone can hear you and see you. There are so many jobs that I can think of that haven't been created. Everyone wants to see us in the role of diversity and inclusion. They want to see us in a role where we can actually change the conversation. I want you guys to, I challenge you all to, more importantly, to create the opportunity for yourself. Don't be worried about not having a 9-to-5 and not making this amount of money and not seeing it the way it's supposed to be laid out. Please do not worry about any of that. None of that matters. What matters is now is the time and you are chosen. This class, so many people felt sorry for you, saying, oh, it's awful. They didn't get to graduate appropriately, or they didn't get the honors as everyone would expect them to get. It's supposed to be this way. I'm going to share a story with you. And this is in reference to my life and what I'm doing. I told you I graduated and I was working at a kiosk If you live in LA, you might be familiar with Burke Williams. I was working at a kiosk selling Burke Williams gift certificates. But I knew that I wanted to be a journalist. I knew that I wanted to speak to the people in a way in which I could connect. And I never ever doubted that that was the vision and the gift given to me, and that was my destiny. And I stayed focused. I put my head down because hard work is undefeated. But what I didn't have that you all have is a platform where people are really looking to hear a beautiful Black voice and understanding the nuances. People now want to understand who you are, who we are. They don't just want to appropriate the culture. They want to understand the culture. And when we say love us like you love our culture, it is your time because they want to. I really feel a shift. I'm not just saying it. I feel it, and it is not an accident. It is not an accident that this world is at a standstill and police brutality is at the forefront. If we would have been as busy, no one would have paid as much attention to a George Floyd or a Rayshard Brooks. They have no choice. And so now they want to hear from us. And now they want to know how we can be better. And some of it's genuine and some of it isn't, right? But that doesn't matter. The challenge and the onus is on you to take hold of this moment. You have the power. I hope people understand that you have the power. And I'm not just saying that. Right now, if I was graduating, I would be leading the charge in whatever way I felt that I wanted to lead it. If I wanted to be a doctor, I'd create voices for doctors. I'd do whatever I needed to do to let them know that we're holding on to this power and we're not letting it go. Like I said, when I graduated, I wasn't doing what I wanted to do, but I knew ultimately that I would speak to the world on whatever platform. I didn't know how big or how small it would be, but I knew that that was what I was meant to do. You all are meant to do what you feel in your spirit and your gut that you have to do. It is our time. Do not be discouraged. Do not let anybody make you defer your dream. Stay on track. Stay focused and know that they are trying to hear from you. Lead boldly. Walk into the room and be like, I'm Black and I'm proud. Yes, I'm Black and I am proud. And talk about everything that they need to know what's wrong with whatever you see what's wrong. They want to see it. They want to understand it. I get so excited with the thought of what could be. I'm exhausted. I am tired. You might be too. But I say this from the bottom of my heart. We still have to press on. If you know your history, you know that we have to press forward no matter how tired and exhausted we are. The onus is on you. You are our future ancestors. We always talk about our ancestors would be proud. You are our future ancestors. You deserve everything you ask for, unapologetically. And I believe it is for you and it is for your grabbing, your taking. Move on, take it, it is yours. I worked at ESPN for 8 years, almost a decade. And while I was there were many times where I felt marginalized, ignored, not protected, if not all the time. And I was afraid to speak my truth. To so many people, I would speak my truth, but privately, quietly, behind closed doors. And I refuse to do that now. That's why I'm here speaking to you. Use your voice and be loud. Do not let them put you in a corner. Do not let them marginalize you. Do not let them tell you you can't. Do not practice asking for less. Those days are over. 2020 demands more. 2020 requires that we be better. 2020 is saying to you that you deserve everything that you deserve. Does that make sense? You deserve everything that you deserve. Don't practice asking for less. Don't let someone tell you that you're not the best. Don't let someone marginalize you when you know you have a voice and you have a platform and you were sent here. We all know at a certain age, I don't know whatever that age is for you, but you felt like you were sent here to do something special. I ask you, I require it of you to know that whatever that is in the pit of your stomach, in your heart, whatever you feel, go forth and do that. We deserve, right? 2020 deserves that we be better. None of this is an accident. We are not settling. We are not going to let them tell us what we deserve. We are taking. Power is a very huge privilege. Don't abuse it. And once you get it, use it to make everyone else better around you, in your community, in your culture. Understand where we came from. It's in our DNA to survive. I went to Africa, West Africa, and I posted this today. I was in Ghana. I went to the castle where our ancestors were a part of the transatlantic slave trade, and they brought them across to the Americas. And the lesson that I learned was that those conditions were so unbearable, so heartbreaking, that they would crush anybody's spirit. But what did we do as Africans? We came to America and we built and we endured. There was slavery, there was segregation, there was Jim Crow. There is the subtle, what I like to call the dog whistle politics that we have to deal with now in the workplace, in the school, wherever you go to school. You'll know, especially if you go to a school where there's just you in a class, nobody else. We all had to endure, and look where you are right now. It's in your DNA to survive. It is in your DNA. Check my DNA. I'm a survivor. I overcome. I'm a fighter. We are a special people. My friend posted this today. Every African-American person you meet, every Black person you meet is a miracle, because we were not supposed to be here. Understand that you are a queen and you are a king and you are meant to lead. Don't let anybody tell you different. 2020 is the chosen class. You guys see it perfectly. Understand that 2020 requires that we be better. None of this is by accident. This pandemic, the police brutality, we're at the forefront. They're paying attention. We have the nation's eyes on us. Use it. And I'm going to continue to tell you, 2020 is not by accident. This year isn't shit. This year requires that we be better. You are better. I'm so inspired by you all, listening to you talk, sharing your stories, understanding what you went through. I know what it takes to be one of the first in my family to graduate. I know what it takes to have 20 jobs and still be able to turn in 10 papers the next day. I know what it takes to have people tell you that you don't deserve to be here, but you're still here and you're graduating and you're proving everyone wrong. Sometimes the people who look like you, all skin folk ain't kin folk, right? The people who look like you ain't celebrating you, but you're still here. I'm excited for you all. Do not go into this world depressed because you don't have quote unquote a plan. I was selling gift certificates at a kiosk. I now have my own television show. I now have a platform to speak for you beautiful Browns. I now have an opportunity to change generational curses that have happened in my family for years. You go into this world and you change it. You ask for what you did. You ask for what you deserve. I'm so excited for you all. I might even be a little bit jealous because I didn't have that confidence knowing that I'm going into 2020 being more than just someone who graduated from college with a degree. You are valued. You are invaluable. Your voice is needed. Your creativity is needed. Everything you represent, everything that you want to be, everything that you've dreamed of is yours. It's at your fingertips. Plot, plan, pick up your sister and your brother along the way. Don't turn your back on one another. And remember, you deserve whatever you ask for. That next interview you go to, negotiate. I want 100,000. I don't want 80,000. And I deserve it. Ask for it. All I can say is no. They know what you know. They know you know your value. No one can determine your worth but you, and don't let them. Oh, I wish I was graduating with y'all. This world would be in trouble. With that said, understand you are the chosen class. I am so very proud to be here. I wish you all nothing but the best. And with that, I will end. Love to all the graduates, all my Black graduates. We deserve. Thank you.